This is going to be caught by the rookie. It's John Ross. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Fresh set of downs here. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Dalton throwing on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third down now following the completed pass. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing, Dalton. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. For McCoy in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole. But the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. So third and medium here, 3rd and 5. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Kyle Williams coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Eifert, the man in motion. Play clock winding down. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. They'll run it with McCoy. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And look out. I think he's going to go. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A first update now from Cleveland. The Jets out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's second down. Dalton looking. And his throw here's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing on third and long. Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it first and 10. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. From the shotgun, Peterman going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Watch it now.
This is McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On second down, here's Peterman. And that's caught. Zay Jones, the rookie. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Zay Jones, a second-round pick from East Carolina. Some thought could have been a first-round pick from East Carolina.
High-volume guy at East Carolina. I mean, the big-time catch, 158 of them in 2016. And he's an NFL legacy. His father, a longtime linebacker in the league.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
We love talking about bloodlines in the NFL, and Zay Jones fits that category perfectly. The rookie at East Carolina, his father Robert was a linebacker in the league, and his uncle Jeff Blake a quarterback in the NFL as well.
And Zay, 399 catches at East Carolina, a D1 record. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. From the gun, it's Peterman. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And out now, here come the Bengals. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And some room to work. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Everyone's looking for a bargain in the NFL draft, and I don't think anyone got a bigger one than Cincinnati getting Joe Mixon in the second round.
He keeps moving east. He was born in California, then to Oklahoma, and now finding a home in the Queen City.
And I don't think it'll take him too terribly long to have a real impact on that city in terms of how he plays the game, because he can run it, catch it, he can do it all.
Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. On the toss, Mixon. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Peterman to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And now look at him go. Past the 20, 10, and finally out of bounds just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. To throw is Peterman. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
It's good to make it 17-7. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bills getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now McCoy. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, Peterman. Over the middle and caught by the tight end, Clay. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Peterman. It's caught, Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Peterman. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. To throw again is Peterman. Caught on the right side by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Second quarter in Cleveland. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They just yielded a touchdown on the other end. Now they'll be trying to answer the bell and get a score of their own.
It's their opportunity to match. Can they do exactly what they just saw happen to them? Go down the field and score a touchdown. And to me, the best way to do it, look at your play sheet, coordinator, and call plays for guys who make the best plays for you. Go to the guys that you know can get the ball down to the end zone.
Second down, Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Preston Brown in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Peterman on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Jones has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 36 yards out. Oh, this is a complete mishit. It's no good. Didn't even get it there. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Nifty move. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, Make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Tanner Vallejo in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
They'll run it with Hill. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Dalton. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Here's Peterman. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Back now in Cincinnati. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Eifert, the man in motion. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the back goes into motion. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. He's got a man complete. The 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 88 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Barth now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock.
And he loses the football the 2nd time. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Peterman. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throw left side complete. It's Cannon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Dalton, 1st and 10. man complete over the middle. That's Cannon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. On first down, Dalton. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. And it'll be Dalton again. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken short. And he is knocked down from the side.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Nice footwork by McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. He's at the 40. 20, 10. It's a big run there by McCoy. 92 yards. Well, that right there is the definition of flipping the field.
Trainer. Only reason I say that, you know he's going to need a little oxygen after that one. But what a scintillating run and how much fun.
And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Dalton now to pass. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Eifert, the man in motion. It's second down. Dalton looking. Going deep downfield for Ross. They've got his man complete. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Bengals, if they can convert the extra point, will have the lead. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Barth now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll go again to McCoy. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
All right, now, look at this.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. McCoy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big run there by McCoy. 45 yards on the ground. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shot.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's McCoy. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go with McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go now.
Now Peterman. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. All right, here's Dalton. And this is incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carl Lawson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He sets to fire deep. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. They find some open field here.